What we're looking for out of you is, obviously, we're looking at potential. Size, athleticism, your skill level, especially skills like shooting, which is something as a country we have to get better at. But we're also looking at how quickly you pick up on some of this stuff, how you interact with coaches, sort of how much you buy into what we're trying to accomplish here. It's not going to be just about playing games. There isn't going to be any games. This is not a team. This is a training center for you guys to get better as individual players. Now, it's not for everyone. Some people don't necessarily want to invest the time into becoming better players outside of a team dynamic. That's fine. We're looking for people that are committed to getting better and potential athletes for provincial teams, national teams, elite development programs over the summer, all of those types of things. Also know that if this is new to you, you're going to be evaluated a little bit differently than the ones that have gone through this before. You're not going to be expected to know everything that we've taught kids that have been involved in the program for the last 2 or 3 years. Some kids have had an opportunity to play for a provincial team. We're sort of going to be evaluating each one of you individually. Now, as we move forward, a list will be placed online to let you know whether or not you've made this program. If you did not, please feel free to talk to Coach Graham, email her, ask her, what can I do to improve? There's been a lot of kids that we've cut through CP that have put the time in on their own to be back the next year or the year following. If you guys put the time in, if you're a committed player, opportunities will present themselves to you. We're going to get right into it, because I don't want to waste any time here. I want you guys to be in 2 equal groups, so darks and lights. Each team needs 1 basketball. All the rest of the basketballs can go away. We're going to start off with my favorite game. White's going to start with the ball in each court. These 2 teams are going to use this court. These 2 teams are going to use this court. Game is passing tag. What's going to happen? Whites with the basketball, you're going to pass the ball around to your teammates without dribbling, without traveling, and you're going to try to tag a member of the opposite side with the basketball. If you tag them in a minute, you get a point. The team with the most points at the end of a minute wins. Stay in bounds. White team, go. Count your numbers out loud. Oh, you're trying to run away. Don't let them tag you. Oh. Nicely done. And freeze! Everyone in the middle. All right, we're going to try that game again, except we're going to try something a little bit different. Who here watches the Nature Channel? Yeah? Who here's seen the Nature Channel? I don't even know what channel it is. Yeah. Does anyone know anything about wolves? No. Wolves? Anyone? No. You know something about wolves? They hunt in packs. Excellent idea. Now, if I was going to ask you guys to go back and be a pack of wolves, what would I mean? What are some things that you could do to be a pack of wolves?
Team up on someone.
Team up on someone, okay. Now, would you team up someone in the middle of the court?
In corner.
In corners. So you want to try to get them in tight spaces and try to attack together. What else could you guys do to be more like a pack of wolves?
Communicate.
Communicate. Now, what kind of communication?
Calling for the ball.
Calling for the ball. What else could we do? Anyone? Does it always have to be talking?
Wave your hands.
Wave your hands.
Clap.
Show 10 fingers. Clap. Whatever we can do, let's try to attack in groups, try to trap people in corners, and let's try to communicate as much as possible. So first drill, may I see your basketball, please? Thank you. We want feet wider than shoulder width, butt back and down, and we're going to actually figure eight the ball around our legs, going nice and wide. Everyone understand? Give yourself some safety space. Go. Straighten the back leg. So if I'm shifting my weight here, I'm going to straighten that leg, straighten the other one. Shift your hips side to side. Feet a little wider apart, please. The row is you're going to circle the ball around your waist until you get to a spot where you can do a quick quad stretch. Again, switch legs. Back and forth. Go. Make sure that we finish off on our toes, so just a little lift on your toe. Let's try to control the movement. Next one, may I see your basketball? Ball out in front. What we're going to do is we're going to kick the basketball, so Frankenstein kicks. Make sure you kick the ball relatively hard, work on some hand strength too. Good. Don't kick me, please. Everyone's going to face the far wall. We're going to do karaoke with the ball. Nice and wide. Make sure that back foot clears the front foot when you step behind. There and back. Go. And back. Facing the same wall. Defensive shuffle. Ball goes ear to ear, over the top of your head. Go! Knee goes up, down, we're going to touch beside our foot, in front of our foot, beside our foot, knee goes up, switch feet. Go! Just in one place. We don't have to walk on this one. Just in one place. Just find a little bit of safety space. Next one, we're going to go front lunge. Make sure we're staying nice and low. Drop that back foot, chest and head up. Front knee never goes past the toe. We're going to go through the leg 3 or 4 times, step into the next one. Try not to push down on the knee or take that little safety step before we go forward. Go. Chest and head up. Good posture. Try to keep 10 toes forward. Oh, don't lean forward. Chest back. Good. Next one, we're going to do a little bit of a sumo squat. So feet just a little wider than shoulder width. We're going to bend down, put our elbows on the inside of the knees, and we're going to push out for a little bit of a groin stretch, and then we're going to step over. Again, elbows inside of the knees and just press out for a little bit of a stretch. Both hands on the basketball at all times. Push out on the knees. You should feel that through the groin. Feet were a little too far apart, so a little closer. So next one, ball with 2 hands. We're just sort of going to do diagonal hops or diagonal jumps. Diagonal, pause. Diagonal, pause. Diagonal, pause. All the way down. Go. Good. 2 hands on the ball. Make sure you stick the landing. Make sure you pause before you jump. Good. Nicely done. Last one we're going to do is just find some space. Ball in 2 hands. You're going to do leg swings, side to side, front and back, but I don't want you using the wall. So it's standing in one place, leg swing the best you can. Go. No wall. Kick big. Side to side, front and back. Both legs. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on dribble start, or what we're going to call crossover step. So a lot of coaches, when you're teaching triple threat and jab series, they work on going this direction and they work on going that direction from the same pivot foot. Right now, the only one we're going to work on is crossover step. So what I'd like to see you do, just so we can get used to it, is just find a space in the gym. We're going to drop the ball, come to a 2-foot stop, and get into what we'll call triple threat position. We'll talk about this as we go along. And we're just going to work on crossover step to either side. So this time I'm going to go to my left, or which you guys are looking at right. I'm going to cross over with my other foot, take one dribble, and come to a stop. I'm going to get up, drop the ball again, pop, crossover step, and stop. Does everyone understand? Good. So make sure you're catching in the air. Don't catch and then hop, okay? Whoop. Yeah, perfect. You can even drop it if you want. Pretend like you have one, down in triple threat position. And all I want to see you do is just work on that slight little hip turn. And just go both directions, just slight little hip turn. Both my feet move at the same time, my hip turns at the right time, and now I'm in a better position to do this. So again, spread out a little bit more. You don't need a basketball. Again, now we're just going to hip turn and step. Back to original position, hip turn and step. And it's not a travel as long as I don't take those little steps as I do this. It's hip turn and step. Are we good with that? Does that feel better? Feel free to say no. You don't have to agree with everything I say. As we're doing this, if I want to go in this direction, I'm seeing some people sneak a little step before they take their big step. What I want to see you do is, if I move in this direction, is just lean a little bit over that foot. Shift my weight over it, what we're going to call anchoring that foot. And so when we take our step across, we don't cheat with that little step and travel. Next thing, I want to stay down in stance. We don't want to be up tall because we're going to get pushed around as we add defense. So make sure that we're down in stance. And last thing is, don't sneak a peek at the basketball as you're dribbling. I'm seeing an awful lot of this. That doesn't help us right now. Eyes up the whole time. Scanning the gym. I've already seen people run into each other. Eyes up. Freeze! Two little things. When we say triple threat, most of you guys are going to think this. Ball down to my hip, because from here I can pass, I can shoot, and I can dribble. What I'm going to tell you is you can't really shoot from here. What we'd like to see, if you can, is try to bring that ball in front of the shoulder. Now I can shoot from here, and I can still bring the ball down into a position to dribble. So I'm going to come from here, ball in front of my shoulder. As I'm going by, really important, keep our heads up, and I'm not raising up on that little jump stop. I'm actually sort of dropping my hips and landing on two. My head never does one of those little bobs. So let's get out of that habit of taking a big jump at the end. Drop your hips. Good. Demonstrate with you guys. One partner is going to have the two basketballs like so. One partner is going to face her up about an arm's length away, down in stance. Okay, you can drop your arm. Perfect. I just want to be sure that you're using proper space. She's going to drop one or the other basketballs. Drop one. Perfect. Pick it up again. As she drops it, I want you to catch it after the one bounce, but I want to see you crossover step, square up, crossover step the other direction with the dribble. Okay? So crossover step, pick it up, not bad. You don't have to take the jump stop here. It's probably easier as she drops it. Step here, step cross. Okay? Does everyone understand? Let's try it out. Watch how she crosses. Crossover steps, go. Gets a triple threat and then crossovers back. Eyes never going down, always up and scanning. She's doing a great job of it. Let's do our best to get that to that level. Go. Good. We're only going to need one. basketball for every set of partners. So we put just one ball to the side. Do you want to be offense first?
Sure.
Okay, offensive player there. Defensive player, get into defensive position. Now defensive player, I want you to turn your back on her. Staying in stance. Offensive player, you're going to drop the ball to one side and catch on to. Oh, in front of her, please.
Wait.
Just right in front of her. Just drop and then just catch on to right in front of her. Oh, hold up. Here, I'll show you. I have to do a better job of explaining. So you're just going to drop the ball here, and you're going to be in this position right here. You can cross over step to either side. You can't play defense until I come into your peripheral vision. If you start sneaking a peek, you're cheating. Okay, so we're going to cross over step, we're going to continue to attack, and it's going to be one-on-one afterwards. Do you understand? Let's see you guys try it. Not bad. The only thing I'll say, and it's one of the first things that we do, is yes, she's not playing defense in a real good position. Obviously, you're never going to play defense like this. However, we want to treat her like she's playing good defense. So when we go by, we don't want to take these big sweeping angles around her. We want to try to get to the rim as fast as possible. So make sure that we're attacking that foot and getting to the rim. Not bad. You guys can go on angles if you want. You don't all have to go from the same spots. So we're still seeing people that are taking big angles around people. Don't be afraid to play with contact here. If my defensive player is here, let's say we're playing at that rim and turn your back down in stance, she's ready for contact. Obviously, I don't want to go straight into her back. That might not feel good and she'll probably be bumped and bruised tomorrow. But we can look for a little bit of contact as we go by. Okay, if we get into this position, now we're sort of starting to put her on my back, and now she'll never get back in that play. Everyone bring it down. Megan, you've done such a good job so far. You're going to demonstrate again. So everyone's going to need their own basketball. You're going to get to use any of the 6 outside rims. We can go. Let's go one of the 2 sides, so 45. What I'm going to ask you to do, Megan, is I'm going to ask you to drop the ball, stop on 2, get to triple threat position. Very good. What I'm going to ask you to do now is I want you to turn your hips, crossover step, and attack baseline. Freeze. As we get towards the basket, in 2 or fewer dribbles, I want to see you go outside, inside, power finish. Good. Come on back. So she does a fantastic job of this because she's been taught very well by her coaches. Couple pointers I want you guys watching. As she does this, she starts with her outside foot, inside foot momentum into the defense. She keeps her shoulders facing the baseline so she doesn't turn and open up and show the basketball. But you're staying strong, low, and balanced the whole move. Let's see you do it again. Yep. Not bad. The only little thing, try to keep that inside hand up. Don't drop that inside hand and leave the ball exposed. Keep 2 hands high, so we're always protecting, looking to get fouled. Last time, keep that trail hand up. Or support hand up. Not bad.
You don't need to see them do it at full speed if the first time. I want to see you do it at full speed.
Don't do it at full speed if you're not comfortable at it. If you need to take a couple steps closer just to get the footwork right, slowly move up to game speed. Make sure we're going right and left. Hold up, bring it down. When would we use this type of layup?
When someone's on our back?
When someone's on our back? Okay. Where else could the defense be? Where could we use this? When they're right beside us. That's a really good thing. If there was no defense on me, would I probably use this layup? No. So this is a layup that we want to use when there's lots of people there. So let's think about that for a second. Megan, I'm going to use you as demonstrator all day today. If Megan comes in, does a great job of going outside, inside, so just go outside, inside, freeze. And then just pause. If she's here and she starts to open up a little bit, what happens right here for the shot blocker? It becomes real easy to block that shot. If she keeps her shoulders facing, she's protecting. So I know there's a real urge for us just to finish, bring our knee up, and turn into the defense. We really want to be sure our shoulders are facing this direction every single time. The next thing I'll say is we want to be sure that we're building on what we've just covered. So let's really be sure about our footwork out here even before we get to that layup. Let's try to build on things. You understand? Let's get back to our hoops and go. All right. So Megan's going to do a great job outside, inside layup. Uh-oh, 6'10". What are we going to do now? Because even if you do a proper layup, I think I'm still going to get a piece of the ball because I got another foot on top of my hands, right? So from here, we want to be able to turn away from the defense on balance and still be able to finish. So do you remember the turn away and finish? Perfect. So what she's going to do, she's going to go outside, inside. She's going to see the shot blocker, and we're not going to turn right away. We want you to pause for a second. Play under control, play under balance. It's almost as if someone's sitting there with a camera and you want to be sure they get a good picture. So you're going to fix your hair, you're going to pause. Wait, click, okay, now I can go to my next move. So it's pause, look, turn away from the defense, and find a way to finish. If that's a little hook shot, a little bit of a fall away, a little jump shot, I'm going to leave it up to you. Right now, the footwork is the most important thing. So again, she comes in, outside, inside, big shot blocker, pause, and there. Although the thing I'll say is, I'm not sure they got a good picture. Maybe a little bit too fast. Do you understand? But a couple things. When we go left, right, I'm starting to see pauses, but I'm seeing eyes all over the place. Sometimes you're looking at the wall, sometimes you're looking at the ball. We want to be looking to score from this position. So eyes at the rim. We want to sell like we're trying to shoot here, and then turn away. On the turn away, I don't want to see any heads raising up and then coming back down. It should be outside, inside. My head stays at the same level until I go up to shoot the basketball. So I don't... Thank you. So for this drill, let's use the 4 outside hoops, so we're giving each other lots of room. We're going to go right everyone and then left everyone. We're going to have one representative of a player stand right underneath the rim, facing the line that's coming. And now come in and to do outside, inside finish. Good. If the player under here does nothing, leaves their hands down, you got no contest. So you're going to go up and you're going to finish. This time as you come in, at some point, I'm going to put my hands up. If you read hands up, that means shot blockers here, got to turn away. So a little bit faster. Freeze. I'm either going to put my hands up or leave my hands down. You got to read what I'm doing. So eyes up, scanning. Very good. One more time. Good. Does everyone understand? All right, let's get to these 4 outside hoops. Player representative underneath each rim. Good. I like that little pause. Very nicely done. Way to play on balance. It's good. Have you done this before? You're doing a really good job. Keep it up. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a little bit of one-on-one again with our partner. Where's my partner? Come on, partner. Actually, here, I'll get the ball back. Start off on the right side of the court. Actually, no, you're good enough. Start off on the left side of the court. I want you to drop the ball, down in stance, same thing we've been doing the whole time. Hold up. So before... when we did some one-on-one, we gave the advantage to the offense by doing this. Now we're going to give you a little less advantage. Defense is going to be standing right here on your hip. So again, we're still going to crossover step when we attack the basket, but now I'm going to give you a little bit of pressure. Go here, and you have to make a read. And we've given you two options: outside, inside, and finish. Or if she does a great job and cuts you off and you think she's going to block you, pause, and then turn. Do you understand? So, do you want to step up and be your partner again? Did you see how I played defense? You did such a good job when you turned back, so let's try it like this. So everyone watch. Ooh. Not bad. Very good. Good finish left. Let's use the 6 outside hoops. Let's try to use the space wisely. Make sure we keep our eyes up so we're not running into each other. Good. Nice finish.